Hello guys, this is Caesar Creates and welcome back to my channel. I am honestly super excited for today's video because I just love building the aviaries in the Jurassic World Evolution 2 and this one has turned out just mind-blowingly good. I hope you guys will like it as much as I do. Just wait till you see the final finished aviary. This will be amazing. I am beyond happy for it. This aviary will house two of the newer flying reptiles from the game, the Quetzalcoatlus and the Barbaridactylus. The Quetzalcoatlus is of course from the Dominion expansion and the Barbaridactylus is from the newest late Cretaceous pack. Those guys actually like each other, they won't attack each other when they are in one aviary, so I decided to use that and build a huge aviary to house them both. Maybe it's not the biggest aviary you've seen here on YouTube. Some content creators have built the huge, like massive aviaries that house many like different dinosaurs, but yeah, for the size of this park I think that this one is quite a big one, and of course we will try to make it really pretty and detailed. I love building the aviaries. I always try to make them, you know, very thought out, very detailed, with a lot of rocks, with a lot of places for those flying reptiles to sit on. And this time we are doing something that I am actually doing for the first time. We'll add the gyrosphere to this aviary. This is actually possible in this game. I must say that I learned that like recently because I wasn't aware that you can do the rides through the aviaries. You can do the gyrosphere, you can do the traditional ride with the jeeps, and I think that it is actually so cool. It looks amazing. Especially in this desert biome, I think that we were able to achieve some really cool look of this aviary. What I had in mind is that, you know, there is like this huge canyon with a lot of rocks and the gyrosphere will go through like the crevices between those canyon rocks or something. Of course it was quite hard to achieve. I actually must say that during building this aviary I actually considered downloading the free build mod, because it would be so much easier to place those rocks like a bit closer to each other, a bit like, you know, one in the other, like combining them to create those really cool rock formations. But then I decided no, I am not using mods here on the channel. I know that many of you guys who play on consoles appreciate that, so I wanted to prove that you can still build something nice without the mods, and I think that in the end I did a pretty good job. This is probably one of my favorite enclosures of all the habitats that I've built in this game. I love the whole vibe of it, I love how much rocks it consists, and I also like the animals that will live in it. I mean, the size difference between the large Quetzalcoatlus and the smaller Barbaridactylus looks beyond amazing. It's so nice that we can house those guys together. You have those smaller, tiny, you know, Barbaridactylus flying around, and those two huge, because we will have two in here, two huge like Quetzalcoatlus just having their best time in here, and it looks so nice. I wish that the Quetzalcoatlus would actually, you know, land in some other places, because I only saw it landing on those perching posts for the flying reptiles, and also, you know, to drink the water or to feed in on the fish feeder. I actually wish that they would able to, you know, walk on the ground. It would be so cool, because I find them flying a bit too much. They are always in the air and it looks quite weird compared to the Barbaridactylus that is actually spending a lot of time on the rock formations, on the perching, you know, posts, and they are not flying so much. Also, what I love about the Barbaridactylus, oh my god, this name is terrible for me to say, but is that I noticed that they are somehow, you know, holding together. They are like landing on the same rock formation, or they are eating at the same time. So this is really cool to see. I actually don't know if it was a thing for the flying reptiles that we had, for example, in the base game, but yeah, I really like that it was introduced because it looks just amazing. And yeah, especially in this huge aviary, to see them, you know, sitting in one point, not scattered around the whole place, is just amazing. I know that adding a gyrosphere in a Quetzalcoatlus enclosure is kind of a stretch, because this is a huge, like, really dangerous pterosaur, and I hope, like, I think that it could potentially attack the gyrospheres, but I still decided to do it for different reasons. Firstly, it just would look so cool to be able to, you know, drive this gyrosphere through this aviary and to see those flying reptiles above your head. Secondly, I think that, you know, you have those safari rides in the real world with, I don't know, tigers, with other dangerous animals like lions and so on, and they are not attacking the cars because, you know, they are used to it, they are fed, they are in those enclosures probably from the very young age, and this is somehow why I am trying to, you know, justify them not attacking the gyrospheres. I don't know, maybe it makes sense, maybe it doesn't, but in the end I think it looks really cool. And also in the tour, in the real-time part of the video, in the tour, I will give you guys a quick tour in a gyrosphere around this enclosure, and you will be able to see how cool it actually looks. As you can see, I am adding here tons and tons of rocks. This habitat is really like filled with rocks, but this was the main feature of it. I wanted to make it look like a canyon, and I think that in the end it really looks cool, really good. And also the rocks are the places where the flying reptiles can land on, can sit on, and it looks amazing. So we have a lot of Barbaridactylus in here. There will be like 10 of them, I think, so they have a lot of places to sit on. Unfortunately, as I told you guys, the Quetzalcoatlus doesn't seem to land on those things like rocks and so on, so that's a bit of a shame, but still I love those huge guys so much. I am so happy that they were introduced to the game and that I am finally able to build for them, because I simply didn't have space for them in my previous park when the Dominion expansion was released. And many of you guys wanted to see me build a Quetzalcoatlus aviary, so finally we are doing it. I decided to go for a Quetzalcoatlus from the Dominion movie, I mean the skin, and also I wanted to go for a black one, because there's something about this black Quetzalcoatlus that I really love, so you will see the black one here as well. And the Barbaridactylus will be in different colors, I mean random ones, so you'll see a different color variations in here. Also, there was a lot of mixed opinions about the Barbaridactylus. I also am not a huge fan of this model. I think that the prehistoric planet version with this huge like bony crest with those, I don't know how to call it, even the sticks, or I don't know, just those really long crests without any skin flaps or anything, and it would make this creature simply stand out more from every other flying reptile that we have in this game. But still, I kind of like the Barbaridactylus. I think it has really beautiful colors. I like the shape of its beak with this little like hook at the end, and they have like really nice crests still because it has this really nice pattern, but I just wanted to tell you guys that I would prefer the version with, you know, those two bony sticks or something. I really don't know how to call it, but yeah. Okay, so as you could see, I added some foliage to the inside of the aviary. I didn't want to make it too lush with too many foliage because I still want to make it look like a canyon, like a desert or something. And also, I don't know if it's because of the foliage, probably rocks, but in my previous park, when I added tons and tons of details to the aviary with the Desangariptes, they were glitching so much that they were always escaping the aviary. I don't know why I had the escapes off, but they were like all the time, you know, escaping because I saw them getting stuck in between the rocks. and everywhere in this aviary, and I really hope that it won't be a case for this one. So yeah, the aviary is basically done right now, and we are focusing on the area like in the front of the aviary. I will do like a small plaza with different decorations and some shops, because the only shops and the only restaurants are the ones that we have by the entrance to our park, so I decided that this is like a nice place to have them. You'll see that the area between the Sinoceratops and the aviary is sort of, you know, empty with only some palm trees. I will fill that in soon with one more enclosure that will fit in there, but right now I really wanted to build this aviary because I wanted to mix things up a bit to make it look a bit more interesting in here, and I really wanted to have this like this focal central point of our park, so I know how to build around it. Also, I won't decorate the aviary like around, I will just do it at the front, because I still don't know how the enclosures will look like around the aviary, so I will just, you know, decorate it as I go, as I will add more and more of those enclosures in here. But yeah, let me tell you one more and final time that I just love this episode today. I hope you guys will too. There's something about the flying reptiles for me in this game that I just love. Like this mechanic, this thing that you build this aviary for them and they are actually flying around it, using it. There's this like third dimension of height that they are using. This is something like mind-blowing to me and really amazing, and this is something that I also hope will be introduced to Planet Zoo, but we are not sure at this point. We are getting bats for Planet Zoo if you are not aware of the new DLC, so there will be something flying. We don't know if it will be a looped animation or not, but yeah, this is really exciting. But if we'll get something like this, something like the aviaries in here in the Jurassic World Evolution 2, I would be so happy. So let's hope for that. Okay guys, so the plaza is almost finished. I added some shops, I added tons of decorations, some fountains, some tables for the guests, also a lot of planters. There's a toilet in the middle of the plaza. I like decorated a bit the entrance to the gyrosphere. I added some palm trees to make it look more detailed and nice. Of course, some concrete fences because I just love them. And this is all that I did today, and more you'll be able to see in the future episodes. And right now I will say goodbye for just a second, because I will be back in a moment with a tour around the aviary and we'll take a ride in a gyrosphere. So see you there. Okay guys, so here we are in our new aviary, and I just love this view that we have in front of us. We can see the Barbaridactylus flying in here, the herd of them, and the Quetzalcoatlus in the back. And I don't know what just happened, but we were like moved very quickly in another place. But yeah, this is a really cool view in here. As you can see, there are tons and tons of the rocks in here. This is this water feature in the middle with the two feeders, and we can have a closer look at all of those rock formations. Please don't do that, just fly normally. So as you guys can see, here are the rocks, here are the viewing galleries. I like the design of those more than the modern ones for this biome. So here are other like rock formations, and here's this little nice thing. And this is what I told you guys in the speed build portion. I love that they are hanging together. You can see that they all are sat here on those rock formations and by the water. They are not like scattered, like half of them is not sitting in there. They are just hanging together, and this is so cool. But what I wanted to say, that the gyrosphere is going through this really cool, like I don't know how to call it, like a canyon or like a passage in here, and I can imagine, you know, the Barbaridactylus sitting on those rocks here. That will be so cool, but unfortunately they don't seem to sit in here. Where's, oh, there's the second Quetzalcoatlus. So as you guys can see, we have the Dominion one sitting in here, sleeping, and we have this, of course we were just teleported outside. We have this really cool one. I really love the design of this Quetzalcoatlus, like this black one with those three beautiful markings in here. Okay, so as you guys can see, this is our new aviary, really big one. It looks really cool from this perspective. Like, imagine the park being complete in there, and we have this huge aviary in the middle. I think it looks really beautiful. Let me just show you the plaza that we have right now. So we have the shops in here, we have the entrance to the gyrosphere there, and the viewing galleries for the flying reptiles that are in here, and some tables. There's a toilet in here, and of course a lot of decorations. The Quetzalcoatlus is eating right now. I love this animation. Yeah, this is actually beautiful. I love this guy so much. And it flies off. And I also wanted to tell you the Barbaridactylus. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. They are all in this place, and this is so cool. So those guys are quite colorful, which I like. This is the green one. If you would like to see the colors, this is actually Gambia River Basin Papurana. We have, for example, this guy, which is really nice. This is what I told you about the little hook on the beak. I really like it. This is a nice detail. The crest is still fine. I mean, the colors are really beautiful, but I would prefer to, you know, this be longer. Oh, show it to us. This be longer. There's also this second like bony thing in here. Oh, you can see it now. So if this would be longer as well, and it didn't have the skin flap in here, it would be just amazing. And also, many people pointed out that it shouldn't have the fingers in there. I really don't know much about those things, but this is apparently something that is important. So this is like a green one, and yeah, this is cool. This is so cool. They are just sitting there to drink, I guess. But here you can really see the size difference. And oh my god, I love this aviary so much. I love what I'm seeing right now. So yeah, let me take you guys for a ride. We will take the gyrosphere. We'll ride the gyrosphere, or better. Okay, no. I think that I want to drive the gyrosphere, right? Okay, that will be better. So we can go inside, and like right away you can see this huge Quetzalcoatlus flying in there, and we are following our path, and we see all those flying guys like above us. Yeah. Just imagine like sitting in this gyrosphere right now. We are kind of faster, so we'll go first. Oh, we cannot go through this land. That's interesting. Okay, so there's our Quetzalcoatlus, and all the Barbaridactylus are hanging there on those rock formations. So let's go and see them up close. Yeah. They are here, and this is my favorite part of the whole ride. I mean, this canyon, we can actually see one in here, which is so amazing. And we can go through this little canyon that looks so beautiful. Steering on this thing is quite hard. It's like a bit slippery. And here we can see the Quetzalcoatlus, which is quite scary, I must say. But yeah, it looks so cool. Oh, it just is landing here to eat. We have a perfect spot for that. Okay, so let's finish our rides. Let's go back in here, because there's like an exit through this door. And let's see if I'll be able to make it into the loop. Yay! Okay. So yeah, that was our little tour of the aviary. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I think that this looks really fantastic, and I hope you guys will like it as well. If you did, if you liked the video, please consider to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Ring the bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video. Also, give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and of course leave me a nice comment down below if you enjoyed the video. If you like to support the channel a little bit extra, you may consider to click the join button down below next to the subscribe button. This would absolutely mean a world to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!